All guests, please take your seats as we Will all guests please take your seats as we close the doors to begin the processional for the class of 2021.
Please rise and join me as we honor our flag with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening. I am Ms. Schneider, and I've had the pleasure, honor, and occasional headache to be the senior class advisor of today's graduate. This commencement ceremony marks a milestone in all of our students' lives, but also in the heart of the faculty and staff at New Tech West. Today, we celebrate our students who accept our mission and choose to be New Tech West graduates.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ms. Leonard, and I am the proud principal of New Tech West High School. Graduation is the most significant academic event for our students and the entire school community. It is the culmination of years of hard work and personal sacrifice for students and families alike. The graduation committee has gone to great lengths to make this year's commencement one which will properly honor the accomplishments and provide lasting memories for our scholars. The commencement committee makes every attempt to plan and to conduct a meaningful, dignified ceremony. The significance of this day, the recognition of our students' academic achievements, should be observed with respect. To show respect for and to honor our graduates, we ask that our guests remain in their seats throughout the entire ceremony. Guests are not allowed in the aisles at any time during the ceremony. Security guards will be stationed at our aisles. They will ask guests to remain seated. Guests may take photographs from their seats. They will not be allowed in the stage area. Please silence all electronic devices at this time, and your cooperation is greatly appreciated.
Buenas tardes a todos. La graduación es el evento más significativo e importante para nuestros estudiantes y nuestra comunidad escolar entera. Es la culminación de años de arduo trabajo y sacrificio personal por nuestros estudiantes, al igual que sus familiares. El significado de este día tan importante es el reconocer los esfuerzos académicos de nuestros estudiantes y observarlos con respeto. Para mostrar respeto y honor a todos los graduandos, le pedimos a nuestros invitados que se mantengan sentados durante toda la ceremonia. No estará permitido acercarse al escenario en ningún momento durante la ceremonia. Pueden tomar fotografías desde sus asientos. Un fotógrafo personal les estará tomando fotos a cada graduando recibiendo su diploma, las cuales se estarán enviando por correo en una semana. Por favor, silenciar en este momento todo aparato electrónico. Apreciamos su colaboración. Gracias.
The words that are displayed on our students' masks are believe, excel, soar, commit, goals, focus, achieve, dream, as well as succeed. The staff, their masks say motivate and inspire. These words that are displayed are actually the ideas that led us to persevere through the pandemic as we know it. So to my seniors, teamwork truly does make the dream work. This school year has been like no other, and what we have demonstrated together is once again perseverance. Perseverance is defined as continued effort to do or to achieve something despite difficulty, despite failure, and despite opposition. We all begin the school year trying to find our way in terms of our educational learning platforms, virtual class schedules, and the submission of assignments. Our scholars would say, Miss, Miss, Mr., and to reach out to us for support and help. We work together to assist one another in our technology struggles. We demonstrated grace and motivated one another when we were weary. Over time, because of our collective efforts, we became experts and adjusted to our new normal. We found ways to truly stay connected as a school community and make each other laugh when we needed it the most. Seniors, through this experience, you have learned that you can do anything that you put your minds to. You simply have to put one foot in front of the other, and when you fall, make sure that you get back up and you keep going. In life, challenges will always come your way, every single day. That's life. But what you must know is that you have the ability to do whatever it is that you want to do. Seniors on this stage, you guys are survivors, you're capable, you're intelligent, and you are beautiful human beings who have chosen to change, who have been chosen to change the world. As you continue on your journey, do so by acknowledging, respecting, celebrating our differences. Take the time to find out more about what you have in common with someone instead of focusing on what separates you. As an agent of change, find your voice. Use your voice and let yourself be heard, but don't forget to take the time to listen and hear what other people have to say. Always try to live with an open heart and an open mind, because this is how we truly change the world. In the years to come, when my future seniors get discouraged or they complain, I will say, well, let me tell you about the class of 2021. They were a class that was resilient, tenacious, creative, resourceful, and persevered. A class who handled anything that was thrown their way, even a pandemic. Graduating class of 2021, you make New Tech West staff proud. At this time, I give you Ms. Alexis Lincheski to introduce our motivational speaker.
The Honorable Judge Pinky S. Carr, having never sought public office, was elected to the Cleveland Municipal Court on November 8, 2011, and began her first six-year term January 3, 2012. On November 6, 2017, Judge Carr was honored when the great citizens of the city of Cleveland re-elected her without opposition to her second six-year term. Judge Carr is a Cleveland native, having grown up in the Harvard Miles neighborhood as the youngest of four siblings. She graduated from the great John F. Kennedy High School and Baldwin Wallace College, where she earned a Bachelor of Arts degree in Political Science in 1987 with a double minor in Business Administration and Communications. Judge Carr earned her Juris Doctorate degree from the Cleveland Marshall College of Law in 1992 and was admitted to the Ohio Bar in May of 1993. During her 26-year legal career, Judge Carr sought justice as an assistant prosecuting attorney for the City of Cleveland and Cuyahoga County for 13 years. The last case Judge Carr prosecuted prior to being elected as a judge was the Anthony Sowell case, which garnered national and international attention. Judge Carr won a conviction in what is considered the highest profile criminal case in Cuyahoga County's history. While employed as an assistant prosecuting attorney for the Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office, Judge Carr spent 7 of her 9 years assigned to the Elite Major Trial Unit. Judge Carr also has civil law experience as well. She spent several years working at Cleveland City Hall during the mayoral reign of former Mayor Michael R. White. While working in the City of Cleveland's Law Department, she held several supervisory positions as Chief Assistant Director of Law for the Code Enforcement and Labor and Employment sections, Chief Counsel and Law Director from 1998 until 2002. She is a member of the Cleveland Metropolitan Bar Association, the National Bar Association, the American Judges Association, member and trustee of Association of Municipal and County Judges of Ohio, former executive board member of the NAACP Cleveland chapter, board member of the United Black Fund, Mount Zion Church of Oakwood Village, and Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Her honors include being selected as Cuyahoga County's Prosecutor of the Year in 2009 and named one of Cleveland's magazine's 2010 Most Interesting People. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Honorable Judge Pinky S. Carr.
Well, 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 that introduction is longer than my speech. Okay, so the mask comes off. This one is Judge Carr. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. First and foremost, I must say thank you, thank you, thank you to Principal Leonard, the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, and of course, in his absence, the CEO, Eric Gordon, for allowing me the honor to be the commencement speaker for the 2021 New Tech West High School commencement. Let's give it up for this class. Woo, woo! Because without you, I would not be here today. So I feel very, very, very honored And you should feel very special because this moment is epic. So I want you to remember this moment because it will never occur again. I want you to look out in the audience at your loved ones, your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your grandmother, your uncle, your cousin, whoever made this day possible for you because you started from pre-K and now you here. Hello? So I want you to look out in that audience to those people that made it happen for you and give them that heart symbol and go, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Don't be shy, don't be shy. Remember, I'm the motivational speaker, so don't be shy, don't be shy. But while you're doing all of that, there's also some very important people in this room you also need to thank that made this day special for you. Those are what some people call teachers, but I call them educators. That would include Principal Leonard and the educators, those teachers that got you from pre-K to here today. So I think that it's very important for not only for the graduates, but you parents here today, because after all, these educators, they have their own kids, they have their own lives, but they dedicate their lives to educating your children, to getting them here today. They are underpaid, unappreciated, but yet they dedicate their lives to making sure that we, and I don't care what profession you're in, whether you are the nail tech, whether you are the President of the United States, whether that you are a judge, a lawyer, I don't care what you do for a living, you cannot do it without an educator. Can I get a hello? Hello. Did I say Vice President? I mean, Kamala D. Harris, I think I heard of her. She might be in this sorority called Alpha Kappa Alpha. Oh my, I think I'm in that sorority. I think I heard of her. You know, just in case you didn't know, I too, graduates, I'm the graduate of the Cleveland Public School System. I'm a graduate of the great John F. Kennedy High School. So don't hate, okay? Because 38 years ago, don't do the math, that would make me 55, so stop counting. I said no seats, so that means that 38 years ago, while I was sitting where you're sitting, I was thinking, ooh, I can't wait to get to Ponderosa so I can get them little wing dings. So whoever the speaker was at the front row, I don't even remember, I was going, hurry up, because I'm ready to go. So I will exercise with my mentor, the late, great Judge White. He was a federal judge appointed by the president. That means that he had a job for life. It was President Ford. He said, when you're speaking in public, always exercise the 3 B's. Be bright, be brief, and be gone. So I can assure you the 3 B's will be exercised real quickly. So it's very important for me to share with you that today is very important. While my background speaks for itself, and we don't need to highlight any of that, I am very grateful for the experience that I had, but as I indicated to you and to you graduates, I would not have had it not been for the educators in my life, period. It began with that education from the Cleveland public school system. Your school system is known as the Cleveland Metropolitan School System. I was very fortunate to have a very God-fearing mother, Dee Carr. My parents divorced when I was 4, and I knew I wanted to be a lawyer just because of that big D word, divorce. I am no different from any of you. I grew up on 138th, in between Miles and Harvard. I am no different from you. I've had successes in my life. I've had failures throughout my career, But at the end of the day, the one thing that God blessed me with is the ability to say, I don't quit. It just ain't in me. I ain't made like that. So my advice to you is that you must keep at it. You cannot quit. Stay strong. Because sitting amongst you, your classmates, you may not realize this, is one of our future presidents, a future lawyer, a future celebrity chef, an engineer, a future civil rights leader. Somebody is going to invent maybe a cure for cancer. You know, it's all about your legacy, your contribution, what you will be remembered for. I want you to take this moment to look around at your classmates, because even by mere fact that they're your classmate, they're already somebody that's worth knowing and who you would want to remember. I want you to remember this day, and I want you to think about right now, what will you be remembered for? Academic achievements, job positions, financial success, they may get you recognized by others, but it's the quiet work you do in the lives of people that will live long after you are gone. Me, myself, I'm hoping a part of my legacy will be my work as a judge, hoping that I've changed the lives of others, that I've served my community well, that I'm hoping here today that I've said something that will inspire you, something that you will take along your journey. My service to the community, to be quite honest, I'm actually hoping that they call me for the Judge Judy show and say she's retiring. Hey, Pinky, you want her job? Uh-huh, I'm ready. I'm just saying. But if you don't remember anything else I say today, let me give you these 10 takeaways. Number one, stay focused on your goal because you can easily be distracted. So focus. Number two, you must work hard because nothing about this journey will be easy, because right now we are living in an era where there's coronavirus and where we as Black people must actually say the words verbally that Black Lives Matter, all because somebody had to tell somebody, I can't breathe. Number three, people may forget what you did. They may even forget your name, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. That's a quote from Maya Angelou. Translation, be nice to people because you never know in life when you may need them. Number four, no one will give you anything. You must earn it. Number five, think before you speak, because words are powerful and people forgive, but they don't forget. Number six, help other people, even if you get nothing in return, because I assure you, you will be rewarded later. Number seven, at some point, you may not succeed at something, and it's okay. Be disappointed. You can cry about it, be upset, but at some point, get over it, do it over, succeed, and keep it moving, baby. Number 8, never quit. Life is tough. It can be rough, but only the strong survive. Number 9, always do the right thing, even when no one is looking. And number 10, this one is important. You gotta remember this one. And keep in mind, on Monday morning, when I'm in the arraignment room, I will be wearing my mask from your school today. You like my mask? Wait, I didn't tell you number 10. Wait. Number 10, shh. Stop texting your friends and family saying, I wish Judge Carr hurry up because I'm finished. Drop the mic, PC out.
Let's give Judge Pinky Carr a round of applause one more time. The senior class would like to take this opportunity to give thanks to someone who has just worked miracles and made all of this happen this evening. And they would like to have Ms. Snyder come to the stage. Come on over, Ms. Snyder. And your seniors would like to present you with this bouquet of flowers for all of your hard work and dedication.
A little bit of off script. We caught Ms. Schneider by surprise. Nice work. It's not easy to do that. So now I'm going to introduce the top 10 scholars of the class of 2021, New Tech West High School. Please hold your applause until all the names have been read.
Ha llegado el momento de introducirles los 10 estudiantes con más alto promedio de la clase graduanda del año 2021. Por favor, no aplauda hasta que todos los nombres sean llamados. Gracias.
Agnes H. Mahoro will attend Cleveland State University. Omalis Mian Carrasquillo will attend Cuyahoga Community College. Lashea F. DeShields will attend Cleveland State University. Angelica Lee Quiles will attend Cleveland State University. Jenna Page Partial will attend Cleveland State University. Ariadna Lucia Tapia Descent will attend Clemson University. Peyton Marie Kistranik will attend Cuyahoga Community College. Anna Namambe will attend Cleveland State University. Alexis Jade Lincheski, salutatorian, will attend The Ohio State University. And the #1 scholar of the class of 2021, Christiana A. Stover, valedictorian, will attend Clemson University.
Thank you, Mr. Schaefer. Also, thank you to the principal, students, teachers, parents, and staff who have made these 4 years everything that they were. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure most of you know who I am, but for those who don't, my name is Christiana. Today is an exciting day. Graduates, we've been on a long ride despite all odds, but we managed to make it to this day and graduate. So let's give ourselves a big round of applause. We arrived at New Tech West 4 years ago, hoping to avoid wearing uniforms, battling facial acne, and afraid of entering the next stage of our lives known as high school. But as you can see, we started high school as children, and we are leaving as young adults. As Michelle Obama once said, becoming is never giving up on the idea that there's more growing to be done. It's important that we keep in mind that as we go through various chapters of life, we'll face many obstacles, both mentally and physically. It's not whether we apply this to our lives or not, but everyone in this world has their own path in which we are constantly learning new things, maturing and growing, which shapes us into who we are. We don't know what our future will consist of. However, it's certain that we will have to face trials and tribulations along the way. Failure is one aspect we will have to continue to experience as we go into adult life, but it's about dusting yourself off, not giving up, and trying again. A wise woman once told me, there isn't one successful person in this world who hasn't failed at something. As we have learned over the last 4 years and continue to see, failure is a part of success, which means that in order to achieve our goals in life, we must first overcome failure. Making mistakes, exploring and understanding who we are as people, and eventually finding success will allow us to return to those lessons that we learned at the end of the day. Throughout the last 4 years at New Tech West, there have been many good times filled with laughter that will never be forgotten. As we embark on the next chapter of our lives, we should not forget the memories we have made or the lessons we have learned, but rather cherish them all and carry them with us. Given the circumstances that we had to deal with our senior year, I know many of us were ready to give up and were totally over it. But as we can see today that we rose to the occasion. After years of stressing over OST, AP, SAT, and class tests, we can finally say that we are done with high school. If there's anything that you take from today, remember throughout your adult life that it's okay to fail at some things and make mistakes, but it's mainly about having that resilience and understanding that we aren't done growing yet. Regardless of what is going on in the world, still aim for and achieve greatness. My challenge to each of you, as well as to myself, is to do everything possible to reach your full potential. Class of 2021, it's been a splendid 4 years with you and a pleasure knowing you all. From the bottom of my heart, I wish each and every one of you the best in all your future endeavors. The future is in our hands now, Class of 2021. Thank you. And now I would like to introduce our inspirational speaker of the evening, Mr. Victor Ruiz. Victor A. Ruiz is a leader and advocate with a body of work that spans over 20 years. He is an executive director, coach, consultant, and active member of his community. As executive director of Esperanza, Victor leads an organization that advocates for the educational needs of Cleveland's Latinx community. As a result of their efforts, Cleveland's Latinx high school graduation rate has grown from 30% in 2010 to over 84% in 2021. Under his leadership, the organization has raised millions of dollars for college scholarships and support services. In 2015, the organization was named a bright spot in education by a White House initiative on educational excellence for Hispanics. Victor also serves in several leadership roles, including past chair of the Cuyahoga Community College, one of the country's largest community colleges. Victor also serves on the executive committee of the United Way of Greater Cleveland. He has been recognized as a Crain's Cleveland Power 150, one of the 500 most influential people by Cleveland Magazine, and a 40 under 40. Victor has a bachelor's degree in English from Baldwin-Wallace College and a master's degree in education from Cleveland State. He is a certified professional diversity coach through the Coach Diversity Institute. Victor lives in Cleveland with his wife and 3 children. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Victor Ruiz.
Buenas noches. Thank you so much for that introduction. I want to start off by saying that I am not as entertaining as Judge Carr. So I just want to put that out there. However, there are commonalities to our speeches, so I hope that it serves as a reinforcement to I'm going to turn this way as well so that you could hear me. But hello, and thank you for having me here this evening. I'm really honored and proud to be celebrating with you. Thank you, Ms. Leonard and the entire school staff for this opportunity, and thank you for the work that you do. I too would like to start off by thanking and acknowledging all the parents and caregivers for your support that you've given these young people for many years. We all need a strong support system, and it's people like you that are the backbone of those systems, and we should never take for granted your sacrifices. I have a poem that I truly love, and it's called On Children by the Lebanese poet Khalil Gibran. And I'm not going to read it, but he says in the poem that our children are not our children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. And he advises us as parents and caregivers to give them our love but not our thoughts, because they have their own thoughts. And that we should not try to make them like us, because life does not go backward. And lastly, he reminds us about the tremendous responsibility of being a parent or a caregiver when he says that we are the bows from which our children as living arrows are sent forth. So parents, caregivers, it is time to let our children go forth. And I would say to you, support them when they are successful, when they're full of hope, and find inspiration in their victories, but also love them when they are confused, insecure, and even fail. And remember that it's their life. Students, please thank your caregivers. Honor their sacrifices, appreciate their love for you, and most importantly, respect their life. So thank you. Graduates, it's not lost on me that I have the honor of speaking to you after and during one of the most difficult times of our lives. This past year has challenged us in ways that I never imagined, and our country's longtime quest to uphold personal freedom while living our values of life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness was truly tested. And as I think back of the past year, I do have some reflections, but first I'll let you know a little bit about myself. I came to Cleveland at the age of 5 from the beautiful island of Puerto Rico. And one morning I found myself on a plane with my mom and brother, and I had no idea where we were going or why. And it was many years later that I learned that we were escaping a very violent relationship. So we were supposed to be here for 6 months, but my mom, with her fears, kept us here. So we established roots and we survived as best as we could. And as you all know, things are very difficult for young single parents with no family. So it was our support system that truly helped us survive. And I too am a beneficiary, I think as it was said earlier, of public schools, of public housing, Pell Grants, you name it, all of those things I needed in order to find success. And despite the challenges, my mom's love of education was really important, but not just a love of education, but a recognition that education was the way out of poverty. And one of her greatest disappointments is that her own education was cut short in 6th grade. But she was still adamant that we pursue an education. And I know one of her proudest moments was when I started school at Baldwin Wallace, and she pulled me aside and said, look, I can't help you a lot, but I want to buy you your first book. And I know that was a great sacrifice for her, but it was also just a moment of pride that she still holds on to. So I arrived at BW as a freshman, and I had a newborn child. My son was born 1 month before I graduated from the Garrett Morgan Cleveland School of Science. And as you can imagine, having a child and being a parent is difficult enough, But to be 18 and starting college was just extremely difficult. But when I think back at those experiences, it was those people who supported me and encouraged me and challenged me that truly made the difference and allowed me to push through. I eventually graduated, had no idea what I wanted to do, and just took the first job that was offered to me, to be honest with you, and that was with an organization called Cleveland Scholarship Program, which you all now know as College Now Greater Cleveland. And I was there for quite some time, and the thing that really has impacted me my whole life is just meeting young, brilliant minds and people like yourselves. And that, to this day, is just really what motivates me. So again, I just want to tell you how honored I am to be before you. I eventually came to Esperanza to continue working on behalf of people like me who really just need a fair shot to be successful. And my work at Esperanza has been truly rewarding. I have amazing colleagues who care deeply about our students, and we have many wins, but there's still a lot of work to be done. And I'll say that we need you all to be successful because we need you to carry on the work that many of us have been doing. So I have a few reflections for the past year, and I think some of these will sound familiar from what you've just heard. And the first one is that the world and time moves with or without us, and our current life can change unexpectedly. That's why we have to be active participants in shaping the world that we want to live in and the world that we want to leave behind. I also learned this past year that it's okay to say, I don't know, I need help, or that I made a mistake. Things to happen. So go and make things happen. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to ask Ariadna Tapia Descent to please come to the microphone.
Will Mr. Heffernan at this moment, please join me on stage? Just short of 4 decades ago, the Cleveland Metropolitan School District hired James Heffernan. Since then, Mr. Heffernan has become a treasured friend, colleague, and most importantly,
District. These students are now ready to receive their diplomas.
Now, by the authority of the Board of Education of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, I have the high honor to bestow upon you, the members of the New Tech West class of 2021,
Ariadna Lucia Tapia Dicen.
Jenna Page Partial.
Angelica Lee Quiles.
Lashea DeShields.
Omalis Millán Carrasquillo. Agnes H. Majoro.
Farah Abed. Anne Bernay Blackshear. Thank God for that. Jaden M. Blevins. Brianna Margaret Brown.
Justin Michael Caraballo. Álvaro Eduardo Cifuentes. Melanie Lee Cruz.
Sam E. Dunn, Jr. Mohammed A. El Sarama.
Angelina Josine Galarza.
Mayana Gales.
Jacob Javier Martínez. Janelis Mauras Núñez.
Alexis Meyer.
Javier Negrón. Saria Ibelis Ortiz. Shani Phillips.
Damon Tyler Shockey. Asia Monique Stevens. Elijah Cardell Summers.
Betsy Beth Velez. Lily Beth Velez.
Iriana Weaver. Demarje L.V. Williams. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2021 New Tech West High School.
On behalf of the Board of Education of the Cleveland Metropolitan School District, Mayor Frank Jackson, and Chief Executive Officer Mr. Eric Gordon, I wish to congratulate the men and women of the class of 2021 and their parents and families. Congratulations, grads.
The tassel is worn on the right side of the mortarboard as a symbol of change. As you move your tassel from the right front side of your mortarboard to the left, this is a demonstration that you are now an alumni of New Tech West High School and Cleveland Metropolitan School District.
Are you ready, Miss? Are you really ready? You sure? All right. This concludes our commencement ceremony. Congratulations again to the class of 2021 and their family.